Hi guys, Matt from CirclePOS here. In this video, I'll be taking an in-depth look at the load stock process. Load stock is a fundamental part of CirclePOS. It is the first thing that we see when we log into our back office. It is also the first step we take in bringing items into our inventory. All stores use it, so it's important that we're getting the most out of this powerful feature. In this video, I'll be demonstrating the following: basic load stock with items within the Circle community and items new to it, loading multiple items, loading non-book items, and loading items without barcodes. Load stock presents us with a couple of options. On the left, we have our defaults. Product type is usually set to books, but you can certainly change that depending on the products that you are loading. The product type information is relevant to how that product is displayed on your public-facing website and what fields are available within the product data. Product type can be changed at any time. Category is where the products will be located within the store and on your public-facing website. This isn't required, and you can set and change the category as needed. However, it is helpful if you're loading multiple products that will all be in the same category. Setting the category for you, saving you the time of doing it for each individual product. The next field is currently set to publisher because I have selected books as my product type. However, if I change that to another product type like stationery, you'll notice it now has manufacturer as the field. When loading books, it's usually easier to allow CirclePOS to source the publisher and imprint information based on the ISBN. Lastly, we have price rounding. This allows us to automatically round up our pricing. In the center, we have our barcode search. This is where we place the barcodes or ISBNs we intend to load. We also have the ability to create barcodes, and I will get to that a bit later. The two search buttons we have are Search. This will attempt to search the CirclePOS community for this product first. And Search and Update. This will attempt to update the product with current information provided by the publisher. Most importantly, recommended retail price or regular price. These buttons serve two different purposes, and I'm often asked, which one should I use? When adding a new book to your database, I would suggest using Search and Update. While it does take longer, it updates important publisher information and updates the cover image if the publisher has changed it, which is great for your website. More importantly, it will update the regular price. If adding a non-book item into your database, you could simply use the search button. Unlike books, there's not an external database with data for products like stationery, art materials, and homewares. But you may find that some of these products are already loaded into the community. I will also explain the process later on what to do if they are not. This is the most common practice most stores would use in day-to-day operations. We place an ISBN into the barcode search field and press search. First, this ISBN is checked against the entire CirclePOS community. This will see if any other store using CirclePOS has already loaded this item. Currently, there are 4.5 million items in the CirclePOS community, and that number is always growing. The publicly available data for this product is quickly loaded. However, if the book you are loading is not already within the community, load stock will attempt to draw that data from the publicly available information provided by the publishers. We can see in this example that using just the ISBN, the following data has been successfully loaded: publisher, imprint, title information, image, description, and regular price. Now we can set our cost price. This isn't required though. The cost of the item will obviously be corrected when the product arrives at the store and you undertake the inwards goods process. But if you know off the top of your head what discount you receive from this particular publisher, you can certainly set it using the margin calculator. This can either be done based on the sale price or the regular price. You enter in the discount, and use the black arrows on the left-hand side to calculate the cost. The last thing you would set is the category. As I said earlier, you may choose to set the category by default. Now we are ready to add this item to our database. We do this by using the Add an Order button. Adding multiple items at the same time is just as straightforward and a great opportunity to utilize the default category. When using the margin calculator, by default, all items will be selected. If you would like to change specific items, use the blue tick boxes on the right-hand side. And just remember to make sure that every item is ticked when you complete the final step of Add an Order. Items. So that means we may have to manually enter the product details. This means that search and update isn't going to help us either. But using search to check within the CirclePOS community may be able to save us time manually keying data. Even though you are loading non-book items, you might find that another store in the CirclePOS community has already loaded this item. You will find this is common for products that are often found in bookshops, like stationery and greeting cards. Even items like board games, jigsaw puzzles, and artist materials may already be loaded into the community. If the items do load, be sure to check that the information is correct. Obvious things like title, image, and description, but also manufacturer information as well. This information will display on your public-facing website, and you want your customers to have a clear understanding of what they are potentially purchasing from you. As there is no external database for these sorts of items, you may not see any cost, regular, or sell price. If you're not sure about these, you can leave them at 0 and set them during the inwards goods process. If you are the first store to load these products into the community, you'll be met with empty fields and a message that explains that the product could not be found. Starting from the left-hand side and depending on the product type you have selected, you'll be required to enter a manufacturer, publisher, brand name, distiller, or artist. If you cannot find the manufacturer for this product, you'll need to create a new one. If the product has a model, you can create a new one and it will appear in the drop-down menu. This may not be applicable and you can skip this field. The name of the product is important, as it's not only how this item will be displayed within your inventory and website, it is also how it will be displayed to the entire CirclePOS community. I strongly advise using the correct name supplied by the manufacturer. Once again, the cost, sale, and regular price fields are at 0. You can enter these here or leave this until the inwards goods process. You can also set your category here. If we click the green plus symbol, we can expand the fields. With image and description, I would suggest either contacting the product supplier or visiting the manufacturer's website. If you are unable to secure an official image and description, you might want to use the local image and description fields, as these will not be shared with the CirclePOS community. You will also find fields for product specifications and the ability to add secondary categories. None of these are required, but they may be important to customers on your website. Once you have completed manually entering the data, you can press Add an Order and the product will not only be added into your database, but the product information will be shared with the CirclePOS community. Loading items without barcodes is a very similar process to non-book items. From our load stock screen, we can generate as many store-specific barcodes as we require. As these barcodes are generated by you, they will not load any data when we search. So we manually add this the same way we do for non-book items. Pressing Add an Order will complete the process and add the product information to your database. As you can see, load stock is an important part of the CirclePOS system. Hopefully, I was able to highlight some of the ways that stores can get the most out of this powerful feature. If you do have any questions, there will be links below on how to get in contact with our support team and our training team.